Hi there, it's Lisa Belleci St. Romain here on our 27th Sunday of Ordinary Time. Our first reading from Genesis is about God creating a suitable partner for Adam. And it parallels our gospel where Jesus gets confronted about what about divorce. And then he actually quotes Genesis as he answers the people who are trying to trap him, as usual, right? Okay, so as we approach this reading, things to pay attention to: the voice of God and making a suitable partner. So, God in love and grace, right? So, it's a nice voice that God's talking to. And then the names that are given, that's an important thing for the ancient people. So, we're going to go slowly on those. And then the deep sleep. So we're telling a story again about the deep sleep, okay? And then that's a narrator voice. And then Adam's voice as he sees Eve brought to him. Ah, this one at last, bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. So he recognizes instinctively, intuitively, and immediately. There we go. How complementary this partner is. So as we read this, so there's joy in this reading all the way through. Okay? Remember, we're going to pause 3 seconds after the title of the book before we start in, and then we pause 3 seconds after the ending of the reading before we say the word of the Lord. So let's get started. A reading from the book of Genesis. The Lord God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a suitable partner for him." So the Lord God formed out of the ground. So my voice has changed as I'm going into narrator, right? Various wild animals and various birds of the air. And he brought them to the man to see what he would call them. Whatever the man called each of them would be its name. So God is giving power, right? The man gave names. So we're talking about, so would be its name, gave names. So those are important concepts there. To all the cattle, all the birds of the air, and all wild animals. Okay, but now I'm going to kind of change my voice. But none proved to be the suitable partner for the man. So, now we're storytelling again. The Lord God cast a deep sleep, stretching that word out, on the man. And while he was asleep, he took out one of his ribs and closed up its place with flesh. The Lord God then built up into a woman the rib that he had taken from the man. When he brought her to the man said, "This one at last is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh." So if you could just imagine a big hug happening as you're saying those words. I want to do this with my hands as I'm saying those words. Oh, this one at last. So let your voice make that hug, right? This one shall be called woman, for out of her man this one has been taken. So there's a lot of smile happening there as Adam is so happy, right? And now it's the narrator voice again, informational, educational. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and clings to his wife, and the two of them become one flesh. So you notice how I slowed all those lines down. Okay. The word of the Lord. And so I've been asked to read it all the way through with no interruptions and none of the suggestions, so let's do that. A reading from the book of Genesis. And I have to say that I'm smiling already because I know this is going to be a good reading, so we're going to smile at the beginning. But so I'll start over again. A reading from the book of Genesis. The Lord God said, "It is not good for man to be alone. I will make a suitable partner for him." So the Lord God formed out of the ground various wild animals and various birds of the air, and he brought them to the man to see what he would call them. Whatever the man called each of them would be its name. The man gave names to all the cattle, all the birds of the air, and all wild animals. But none proved to be the suitable partner for the man. So the Lord God cast a deep sleep on the man, and while he was asleep, he took out one of his ribs and closed up its place with flesh. Then the Lord God built up into a woman the rib that he had taken from the man. And when he brought her to the man said, "This one, at last, is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. This one shall be called woman, for out of her man this one has been taken." That is why a man leaves his father and mother and clings to his wife, and the two of them become one flesh. The word of the Lord. Okay, there you go. God bless. Practice reading aloud.